morning, viewers. Today what I'd like to talk about is the 6 things that one needs to do to improve your health after an injury. Now, it can be any injury, it could even be that you have chronic pain, but these are the 6 things that you need to focus on to get yourself back to normal. And these six things that you need to do after an injury, if you do not get them, you will not return back to normal. So it's very, very important to do them, and it can take 6 months to a year before you are able to do these things. So first and foremost, if it's a new injury and you have swelling in the area, you need to reduce the swelling, and this you will be doing with ice on a regular basis. You would ice it for 10 minutes, and if it's an acute injury, you can ice it every 2 hours. If it's a subacute to a chronic condition that still swells, if you've had a busy day, ice it at the end of the day to try and get that swelling down and get your leg elevated or your arm elevated, whichever area of the body is swelling, get it lifted up. All right, the second thing that you need to do is you want to try and get full range of movement. So if your neck is involved, when you're bending it down, your chin must touch your chest. You must be able to look all the way to the side, both sides. If you're looking upwards, your face must be flat with the ceiling. And if you're taking it to the side, you want to get a good angle to the side and not feel that it's stuck anywhere in the neck. So you mustn't feel any stiffness or any pain when you're doing those movements. The same thing for the arms. We want the arms all the way up. They must be able to lift, not one halfway up. You must be able to lift all the way up. When you link your hands behind your back, they must be able to reach. Not everybody is as flexible as what I am. Most women will be able to touch. The men might be about like so. So what you're wanting to do is make sure that left equals right. And if the left is not equal to the right, then you need to stretch and stretch and stretch until it is equal to the right. You're also wanting to be able to lift the arms totally up to the side and not have one arm stuck in the front there where it can't get back. You must be able to get your arms back and up behind your back. All right. As for your lower back, you should be able to, when bending forward, touch your toes quite easily, or at least to your lower shins with your legs straight. You should have a good looking curve. You shouldn't have any valleys or hills on your spine. We'll talk about that in another session. But your spine must be nice and flat, no muscle spasms on the side, because that will limit your range of movement. When you're lying on your back and you lift the leg up, you want to get 90 degrees hip flexion so that you've got good range of movement of your hamstrings. You must be able to, when you're standing and you pull your leg up behind you, you must be able to get your heel to your bum, because if your heel can go to your bum, you will reduce most of your knee pain. As for your hip area here, if you get your leg up and you bend forward, you'll feel it stretching on the bum, but you should be able to go quite far forward like that. You should be able to put your shoes on quite comfortably. You should be able to bend forward to tie on your shoelaces. You should be able to stand on one leg. These are all the things that one needs to do to make sure you have full range of movement. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, you have to have good strength. So strength includes working with weights. So it would be going to the gym, it would be doing your Pilates exercise, to a degree yoga. Yoga is a combination of strength and stretching, as well as your Pilates exercises. Those are good, safe exercises to do. Gym is good to build up your muscle strength. Body tech is also a good idea to do something like that, or your body 20, where you're doing exercises with electrodes on your body. That's a quick way of improving your health. And that's number 3. Number 4 is you want to make sure that you have good proprioception. And proprioception is very important, so that when the older you get, the more you have a tendency to fall over, and that's because you have poor proprioception, and balance is linked with it. So you must be able to stand on your leg, you must be able to bend forward, you must be able to, if you stumble, catch yourself without falling. And those are very important to do. Number 5 is you want to have a very good mental function. So if you've had a traumatic experience, be it a car hijacking or held at gunpoint, or any other nasty incident that might have happened to you that would have activated a stress response, or maybe you were going through a divorce when you had your injury, these are all things that will maintain your injury for long periods of time. So you need to make sure you deactivate the emotional aspect of the injury so that you don't carry it forward, because that emotional aspect can continue the pain long term. All right, so we've got your the swelling, strength. The other one is endurance. So endurance is walking around the block. or doing something that's ongoing that makes you huff and puff. So it would be walking, it would be running, it would be cycling, it would be swimming. Those are your endurance exercises. So it's low strain on the body, but it gets you huffing and puffing. All right, so the huffing and puffing is endurance. So those are the 6 things that we need to do. So just to recap quickly: reduce the swelling if you've got any swelling. If it's an old injury, you might not need to do the ice, but you can switch it around to heat, because heat reduces the muscle spasms and make you feel a lot better. So those of you with chronic pain, please get yourselves hot water bottles. Don't burn yourself. You can also use bean bags that you pop in the microwave, but heat up the area. It softens the muscles very nicely. The second one was increasing range of movement, making sure that every single joint can do what it should do when you were little. Then you want to increase your strength so that you're strong enough to do anything that you're wanting to do. With the strength, you want to improve your endurance. That's making sure that you can do things for long periods of time. You want to make sure that you've got good balance and proprioception, that you don't fall over and do it all over again. And lastly, you want to make sure that your mental faculties are all okay, so that they do not maintain the problem long-standing. So please go and see yourself a therapist that can do these things. Maybe you need to see a psychologist. Don't be afraid that the psychological stuff is pur. It's very important to make sure you sort these things out. Your emotional freedom technique is a brilliant way of trying to reduce your stress. And if you struggle to do the emotional freedom technique on your own, please find a specialist that is able to help you. There are many people out there that can help you. If you can't get around, there are people that can do it via Skype. So please look them up. Go and see your therapist, go see your massage therapist, go see your physiotherapists, but do not stop until you have full range of movement, full function, and return to proper exercise, so that you do not aggravate your problems and create more by getting osteoporosis or poor balance or poor strength or poor endurance, and this all exacerbates the emotional aspect of things, making you feel a million times worse. Please, you can overcome pain. I'm living proof of it, as well as working with many of my patients that have been painful for 40, 50 years by the time I see them, and I've managed to get most of them pain-free if they continue to come. That's the catch, is you've got to continue, and it's up, like I said, it's up to 1 year to 2 years before you are much better, but it's quick that you start seeing a difference initially, and you don't have to come every week for an entire year. It's every week for a short period of time, maybe 3 to 4 months, and then once you've got everything under control and you're starting to do your stretches, which are very important, you will then start doing your exercises, and your pain will be significantly reduced, but you will feel that you need to come every second week, and then eventually once a month, and until you've got your pain totally under control, and at which point you should know when you would need more treatment in future, and when you are able to manage it on your own with your exercises and your stretches and your self-massage tools. All right, thank you for watching. Remember, send these videos on to your friends that need help, because these are here to help you guys, because I know not everybody is able to get to see a physiotherapist because maybe you just don't have the funding, or maybe you don't have one that's in your area. But please use these videos to help yourself and start thinking outside the box, because it's not one thing that fixes you, it's multiple things that fix you, and you have to do all of them to get your health back to think. Remember, all 6. And there are other 6 things we will talk about at another stage. Enjoy your time. Look forward to the videos coming ahead, and keep us posted. If there are any questions that you'd like to ask, please let me know via email or WhatsApp, so that I can create a little video to explain them to you, because I'm wanting to help the people, as many as I can, out there in short videos that don't kill you by watching it for an hour and a half. You need to get the information quick and ready so that you can get going. Not many of us have time to watch videos an hour and a half long. Keep up the good work, keep posted, and send those messages through that these things are helping you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, so please keep me posted. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Cheerio.